This Detroit building has been sitting abandoned for years. At some point, it caught fire. It was nearly demolished in 2019, and now we might be bringing it back to life. Except there's one problem. Evin, the investor on this project, is only interested in renovating the 4 huge storefronts on the first floor. But our question is, will the city really allow 4 businesses to exist right below tens of thousands of square footage of crumbling apartments? What are we making it?
He just wants some open space for rentable, just boxes.
Okay.
With a bathroom, HVAC. He's not sure if he's going to do laundry. Laundry, I told him, is extensive.
No,
boxes.
forget about that. I just want the rental space.
Right.
Clean space.
Clean
Right.
space,
Yeah.
correct.
So 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them. 1, 2, actually it's 4.
So what are these brick, the dividers here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of this piping though.
It's asbestos.
Yeah.
It's asbestos.
I'm curious where all of this different stuff is going.
See, you can see here, this is plumbing from the main up there. These are.
Yeah, but we don't know that it's connected to anything down here.
No, we don't know that, but this is all asbestos. This is a problem. Asbestos and lead.
It is a nice high ceilings though. I mean, this is great space.
Yeah, the height is really good.
What are you looking at?
Just because they're not connected, I was just looking at.
Oh yeah, okay. Just be careful. This has all gone through.
That's old. It's very old. It's very old. Okay, this is a basement.
Yeah, that's a basement.
That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see down and up to see what's feeding what.
All right, let's take a look.
Whichever way first. In order to get to the residential part of the building, you actually have to walk around outside and around the back. So we headed up to see how destroyed these apartments really were.
This is beautiful. Look how old this is.
Oh, I know, this place is gorgeous.
This is a 1-bedroom one.
It's not terrible. Just take it all back and redo it all. That's what we're used to.
It's almost like hotel.
I know, I was getting that same vibe.
Just this entrance. This entrance is like hotel.
This is an elevator.
Are you terminating the elevator when we
I
do?
don't think I will do it the same timing though.
Right.
You think this is fire?
This one is fire.
I saw that downstairs.
This one was fire, but others no. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, the closet.
Yeah.
This is like a kitchen they use it. I think I want to make like a 3 bedroom and a kitchen over here.
Also combine it.
Yeah, combine. I want to make Mexican rooms out of it.
How many?
22 units.
282?
22 units.
Oh, 22. I was like, where the hell are those at? 22. Okay, 22 doors.
So, there's 22 units and the building is 22,000 square feet, meaning that these are actually decent sized apartments. And even though Irvin only wants the first floor renovated at the moment, he does have a lot of ideas for the future. But the higher up we went, the more fallen apart the units seemed to get. So, as we kept exploring, we continued to doubt the likelihood that the city would even allow a rehab to take place here.
I don't think I'm going to keep this space. What do you think? For both houses? This is, I'm thinking, I'm not a builder or anybody. One straight and divided both. I mean, then you have another like 2 feet coming here, like 2 feet coming here.
Cut this down the middle.
Cut
add
down
the
1
footage.
meter over here, 1 wall, then these 2.
It's a load-bearing wall.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a load bearing?
Yeah, so we'd have to do an LVL, put in a micro-laminated beam or something. It's not the end of the world. Because the ceilings are high, you're just gonna have that beam going across. That's all right. These are good ceilings. You're tall.
Yeah, if it was shorter, you'd have more of an issue, but...
It's okay, no problem. I mean, the demo is gonna take a while.
Well, he wants to do the 4 units first.
Yeah.
So first step is just do the 4 lower units. It's a nice little unit though.
Oh, yeah.
Just needs some love.
This one's newer. I believe this was the kitchen. So kitchen, probably a little dining area with carpet. No pennies though, it's very depressing. It's actually, that's good luck. So the more pennies I find on a job, it seems the longer it takes. So we found nothing on this one. So now when I'm walking around with the guys, they tell me don't pick up any money.
To put in perspective just how damaged some parts of this building are, in this section of this hallway, the floor is literally gone. There's joists with carpet over it, and that's it. So, in order to walk across, we had to tightrope it.
Ah, no, they put a very cheap doors.
Well, it's interesting because they did steel frame for all the frames, which is good, which is what you should have, and then they put the cheapest door possible.
Yeah, I know, this is like a $30 these doors.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
they're cheap, they're nothing.
Oh, this is your fuse panel. This is old fuses. This was here when the building was built. Look at that. Very cool. I'd have to research that, but it's got to be 75, 100 years old. That's the roof.
the roof is good. I went yesterday. It's not bad.
All right, it's not bad. This doesn't look bad. Well, maybe another coat. Look at this elevator, huh? Connor was looking for Detroit, and I said, "There's Detroit right there."
Yeah, that's the city.
It's like a 4 some miles to the downtown.
The best part of the building right here.
As I said, I want to open the front first. April, I want to start coming over here. Until that, we can have the planning and everything.
And they're going to let you build the lower 4 units out before anything on this. It seems unusual that they'd let you build that out without knowing that the upper infrastructure was safe and waterproof.
I don't know anything about it.
Because when they inspect it, you have to consider your overhead. So if we're here, they need to make sure that's safe. There's termination of electrical, plumbing, it's all separate. So right now it's commingled.
It's separate, completely separate. No?
Okay. Well,
this one has there are 2 separate meters, everything 2 separate.
We just have to make sure that the inspector understands that, and that it's safe, that there's no water damage, there's no intrusion.
After we check all that, we have to lock this off.
Yes.
They can't have access to this. Frank, do you want to go in the basement? Wow, it's actually in pretty decent shape. The basement's actually in good shape. I mean, it doesn't look like there's water or anything. That's surprising. They did some of the electrical. So usually when we open it, you see that. This is what's behind it. It's just all the bank. So this cover closes over it to make sure you don't stick your finger in there. Oh boy, look at this. It's an old furnace.
What does that say? Good now.
Incinerator.
Incinerator Manufacturing Company, Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, there's probably a date. 1922.
The
thing's 100
You can
years
sell
old.
this one.
Yeah, you can. 102, birthday.
Yeah.
This is below the commercial units. Just take a look at these. I know this floor is messed up in here somewhere. Trying to get a look at the floor joists. Here we go. Definitely not safe. Okay. These are snapped or rotted. About 30 of them. That's insane. Is that an oil drum? Because this would be water. I think that's an old fuel tank because they used to heat the houses with oil. I'm kind of lost on this right now. Look at this. So there must have been a big boiler here or something. This is old. Well, that's just a commercial water heater. I guarantee you one thing, we're breathing in asbestos. That's a really cool old sign.
The block looks good. That's the main consideration, is your block looks good. The rest of this stuff honestly probably just gets ripped out. You don't really put much of anything back here except the mechanicals. Old staircase. Here's our hole from the front floor. That's where we were all looking down at. It's nice that the glass is still out front.
Not all of them.
Wow, that's expensive, that big glass. It's good that you still got it.
No, I want to knock down all those glasses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is this a water meter?
Gas, probably.
Gas?
Oh yeah, it is. Massive.
That is massive.
Look at the back there, the gas regulator valve.
Yeah, thing's as big as a
Massive.
tire. Next, we headed outside to take a look at the massive front windows. Evan wants to replace all of the glass. Personally, I would keep them, but if the investor wants new glass, he gets new glass. However, as we were looking at the windows, I found this.
What is that?
It's a demolition order from 2019. They were supposed to be demolished in 2019. That's when the order was signed. Somebody did something to prevent the city from demolishing it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. But when you see the yellow tag is the demolition. So, 5 years ago, this building was in such bad shape that the city wanted it demolished. Now, 5 years later, they're perfectly fine with us renovating the storefronts without touching the top 3 floors. Why is this? Well, like Evan said, the commercial ground floor and the residential upper floors have completely separate everything. Separate meters, separate plumbing, separate electrical, and, as you saw earlier, the entrances are completely separate as well. On top of that, even though this building looks rough inside, the city must have decided that structurally, it's safe. Because of all this, they're allowing Evan to move forward with his plan. Now, as far as if we're taking this project on or not, that's still up in the air. Evan told us he's headed back to California tomorrow. Apparently, he won't be back in Michigan until the winter's over, and we would deal with his son in the meantime. If you're curious to see what happens with this project, subscribe and stick around. If you want to see a project that we're definitely working on, click the video on the screen to check out our 50-unit apartment project. See you guys next week.